guys, Perfect Time Machine Transport. Waiting in line over here at this factory to get loaded. These heater units fucking take it forever. My appointment was at 1600. If you don't know what that is, it's 4 o'clock. I guess there goes my appointment. So, anyways, pause this music. I like that song. So I'm gonna do a truth time. Gather round, gather round, gather round. So I thought about this because I don't know the one. So I took a shirt this morning. I was over in Oklahoma City and got there last night, and this dude was in the laundry room because the showers are over by the laundry room, and he's oh man, they should provide us an iron. They really don't. I mean, they shouldn't have to. Anyways, it brought back a couple truths about an iron. Stevie K, you were there. So this was years and years ago. This was probably in the late 90s. Yeah, late 90s. Oh no, actually, no, it might have been like I think it was mid to late, I think it was late 90s. Anyways, this cat that used to work for me or work with me, I don't like that shit when people say, oh, he works for me, I own my own business, blah, blah, blah. You're self-employed. Now this is a business. Like if you had this business, you could say, yeah, I own my own business. But anyways, boom, just right off the rail immediately, this early into the truth. So anyways, this cat, Rich Weicker, he calls me up one day, and he's like, hey man, he said, that was back when like AOL or whatever was a big thing, the internet. And Rich tells me, he's like, hey, I met up with these two chicks, and I met up with this chick. I was single at the time, so was Rich. And the only reason why CVK was there is because we pretty much fucking forced him to go with me. Not for the two girls, but it's later into the truth. So anyways, the girl he was going to meet for the first time, everything went cool, blah blah blah. He said she's kind of trashy and she's got a friend. So he's like, hey, would you want to go with me? Sure, absolutely. Anyway, so he and I and the two broads, nothing special. They lived in this kind of hood project on the south side of Milwaukee. And the two girls were roommates, and they had like a baseball team of fucking kids. And it was a 3-bedroom, overhead loft, and that's important to the truth, the loft. Flight of stairs going up to the loft. So anyways, Rich and I and the two broads are playing cards and drinking. And Rich was kind of a goofy dude, whatever. And I go to the bathroom, come back, and the one girl standing outside the bathroom, and she says, hey, can I get your number? Blah, blah, sure. So I give her my number, and we go back in, continue playing cards, drinking. And then Rich's like, man, I really should get home, because he lived all the way in Mequon, which is a suburb pretty far north of Milwaukee. So he's like, I really should get going. So I'm like, yeah, I should go too. And then she's like, no, don't go, to me. So Rich's like, yeah, you can stay, man, I don't give a fuck. So anyways, I'm like playing cards with these two broads, and one thing leads to another, and the one chick, her bedroom is up in the loft, and there's also a bathroom up there, and there's 3 bedrooms, and that's where the kids, I assume, sleep. They weren't nowhere to be found. So, so anyways, me and the one chick are, fooling around, whatever, and I go to do the fucking old, and man, oh man, that was fucking raunchy. My wife's not gonna like this, but she's already told me about dudes she's been with, about the one dude that stole your fucking earrings. So anyways, we're all adults here. I gotta move up a little bit. We're all adults here, right? And so anyways, I guess not. So anyways, it's fucking hot down here, man. Like 104. Well, it's like 98. Feels like 104. Humidity is just woo. My old ass truck the AC in this thing is pretty fragile. So it's fragile. So it's tolerable, but it's just enough to keep me from going insane with the heat. So anyways, I don't know why I brought that up. So then she gets up and goes to the bathroom, and I'm thinking, right on. Fucking maybe she's going to clean that fucking dumpster. And I could see, because it's completely dark in the house, but you can see when the bathroom light goes on, and then the door closes, and then the door opens, and then the light goes off. So she crawls back into the bed, and I'm thinking about, like, there's no way she was in there cleaning that dumpster in that short amount of time. So she crawls into bed, and I'm thinking, like, how the fuck am I going to get out of this? And then I feel this other fucking person in the bed. It's her friend. And I have never had a triple team before. And that was going to be my first one. But I also did the old on the other chick, and it was just they were like twin dumpsters. So I am like, I got to get the fuck out of here. And then the one chick goes down on the other chick, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta fucking flee. I gotta flee. So anyways, they're going at it, and my mind's just racing. Now the chick says, we got handcuffs. And I was like, oh my god, they want to swear to God, they want to handcuff me to the fucking bedboard or to the headboard. And I'm not having that. I got to get out of here post haste. And I got to move up. Anyways, so I tell them, hey, I got some shit out in my truck, some toys. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. I said, I'll be right back in. Man, I jumped in that motherfucking, it was one of my work trucks at the time. Man, that motherfucker was like 2 Chainz. I was fucking gone. 2 Chainz. So anyways, fast forward a couple months later, we used to hang out at this bar on the south side of Milwaukee called Mavericks. And we played ball for them, and we knew the owners and whatnot. So we were, I believe it was after a game, softball game, and so we all went to the bar. And fucking who walks in? Those 2 fucking dumpster broads. And I could see them eyeballing me, and I'm like, fuck. So I tell the guys, I'm like, hey, this is what happened, all this, and they're like, oh, fuck. So then the one chick, she comes over and says, hey, we're having an after party afterwards. You guys want to come on over? And I'm like, and my other buddies that were there, they were single, Chris and Craig. And so, and this is important to the truth. So they're kind of like inviting the guys. And I'm like, man, I know these fucking broads are up to something. I just knew it, but I told the guys about the dumpster. And they're like, oh. So anyways, we were up just to hang out and drink some more. So Stevie K's like, I'm just going to go home. I'm like, fuck, no, you ain't. You're coming with, man. I said, I need I don't know if they got dudes back at the house or whatever. You know, I gotta fucking posse up. So I need as many brothers as I could possibly get for the just in case, right? The what ifs. So he's like, all right, man, I'll go for one. And I was like, thanks, blah, blah. And so we end up going back to their house at bar close. And we get in there. It's not an after party. It's just us guys. And then I think it was like 5 or 6 of us guys. And these 2 dumpster smellies. So anyways, this fucking, and right when we start cracking open or making drinks, cracking open beer, whatever we were drinking, this broad is, this is the reason why she wants to invite all my friends. She wants to bust me out in front of these guys. My guys. Oh, he's afraid of, he's gay. He's afraid of pussy, blah, blah, blah. And the guys already know because I already told them the truth of what happened. And so they're all just kind of, you know, no, he's not gay. And this one broad is just on me. Just fucking belligerent. And I was like, you know what? Here's the honest to God truth. I didn't want to tell you this because I don't want you to feel bad. So I just broke it out to her and said, the reason why is because your fucking pussy stank. That's why. And oh my God, did she fucking come unhinged. Unfucking hinged. And she's just going off on me. Just fucking going off. About to put hands on me. But Chris stepped in. He's like, come on. So the broad backs down. So we're all just talking, blah, blah, blah. And I can see this bitch is still steaming. So anyways, I don't know, a few minutes later, all of a sudden she starts up again, but it's the other chick now, and she's the only one out of the 2 that are downstairs. I don't think anything of it. And she's like, oh, you motherfucker, because now the booze is kicking in, I'm sure, or whatever else they were doing. And I'm letting this bitch have it with both barrels, man. I mean, this is this. You know, blah, blah, blah. You know, you guys really need to practice some hygiene, this dirty ass, whatever, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, Chris, my guy, he's like, hey, and he fucking, the other girl, she was coming down from the loft with a fucking iron. This bitch was gonna she was gonna turn my alarm clock on with a fucking, with an iron. And Chris saved me. He fucking did, because that bitch is about to hit me. And I don't know if maybe one of the corners, who knows? Anyways, so that was what I heard the dude say, man, they need to leave irons here. I was like, oh, fuck, I should do a truth on iron. Here's another truth. Now, this is going to be a short story or truth. So anyways, my uncle and aunt, my mom's brother, his name's, well, he's passed now. He always had one eye, because as a kid, they lived on a farm, and the dude fucking fell on a pitchfork or like a hay fork or something. Fucking took dude's eye out at a young age, like 5. So he always just, you know, like that, right? And but he was married to this lady named Beverly, so he's my uncle by blood, or first uncle, I guess. And then she's my aunt by marriage, Beverly. And she had some big ass titties, but she was also a fucking dirty bitch. Smelled like BO, all kinds of stuff. And I only knew that as, you know, her coming over to the house to see my mom and all this other stuff. So anyways, Beverly and Cyclops, Denny, they were like some horrific, like the worst of the worst of the worst parents. Alcoholics, I don't know about the drug scene or whatever. And they lived on the north side of Milwaukee. Well, these 2 fuckers would actually want to go to the bar but they didn't have anybody to watch kids because the kids were all little. So they had 5 kids: my cousin Paul, Danny, Tammy, Barbara, and Kitty. So Beverly and Cyclops, these motherfuckers would just pick a random person off the street. Like, hey, you want to watch our kids? Swear to God. And these fucking kids would be watched by strangers, and there was all kinds of abuse from these strangers to the kids. Fucked them all up, man. Now, I've said, a few videos back, like, if that happened to you as a child or even as an adult, don't ever think that, you get a pass if you do it to other kids, you know what I'm saying? Or other adults. That's like I said, you should just kill yourself. So anyways, when they would get home, and this is coming from my cousins, when Denny and Beverly would get home, they'd be all fucking hammered, just the worst of the worst kind of fights. So he had put his hands on her a few times, beat the shit out of her, I guess. And when I guess it's what I was told. Anyways, she had enough. She had enough of it. So one night, she gives him a bunch of sleeping pills. A bunch of sleeping pills. And he like wakes up and he's kind of I don't know if he's going to the bathroom or going down to the kitchen. It happened in the kitchen, so I don't know if he was on the couch and then he walked into the kitchen or in the bedroom and came out. I don't know that part. Anyways, all the lights are off. And all of a sudden, because he had told his kids, he's like, all of a sudden, I just, like, bolt of lightning hit my face, or a bolt of lightning in my eyes, and I don't remember anything after that except waking up on the kitchen floor hours later. So he was all, discombobulated from the sleeping pills, so he's unsteady. Well, Beverly, she's got an iron, except she's holding that motherfucker by the cord, and she's swinging that motherfucker in the dark. Like it's just a pendulum. Just like. And Denny, he don't know this, because he's fucked up on these sleeping pills and probably drunk. He walks right into that motherfucking iron. Swear to God. It made contact, and that was it. It's a fucking wrap. Like somebody just pulled the extension cord on his fucking life. Like, cut all power to that motherfucker. Like, boop, they just pulled the extension cord right from him. Just cut all of his power on. And so when the guy said iron, I was like, man, I got some truths for irons. But this isn't pertaining to an iron, but a guy I was stationed with, so I was in a cohort unit, and we went through basic so our whole platoon went through basic AIT jump school, all in Fort Benning, and then we all went overseas to Vicenza, Italy, to an active airborne unit. And so one of the cats, I can't remember his name, but I used to hang out with the brothers all the time. So this guy, he was another black dude. So there was Spooky, which I've already told you the truth about Spooky. Beat up on my back. I'm here for mode treatment. Frederick Smith, I think it was Antoine Brown. I know his last name was Brown, but I think it was Antoine I think it was Antoine. And then the other cat, I didn't know, I forget his name. I wasn't really close with him, but he was from Michigan. So Frederick, Smith, Brown, and myself all went to Alpha Company, and and Spooky and this other cat, they went over to Bravo Company. And it's not important to the truth, but anyways, we're all talking about, parents and everything, whatever, aunts, uncles, just kind of connecting with each other, about back home. And he tells us this fucking, man, this is fucked up. So his uncle and aunt had been married forever, black folks. And I don't know why I just said that, but he's black, so it's not a gimme, right? But anyways, black folks can be pretty fucking ruthless, and white folks too. So he tells us that Stacy, that was his last name, Kenneth Stacy, black dude, he was from Michigan. Anyways, his aunt and uncle, they've been married for forever. I mean, I don't know what forever is, but the aunt comes home from work early or from a trip early, and her husband, dude's uncle, is banging this chick. He's fucking serving her on their fucking master bedroom bed, and she walks in on him, and she's like, oh, so, you know, there's a scene, and she's like, you know, just do what you gotta do. And she closes the door. Well, this stupid motherfucker, he goes and finishes the job with this broad. And girl leaves, whatever the case is. I wasn't there. This is what I was told. So what happened was they, you know, the lady left, you know, and the uncle and aunt, the husband, wife, they, you know, they're talking, whatever. Oh, that's okay, you know, all this other stuff. And so this stupid motherfucker, he thinks like, oh, I'm in the clear. No, you ain't. Nope. So they fuck, make love, whatever, and they're sleeping in the master bed. Aunt and uncle, husband, wife. The other chick, she's gone. Well, this motherfucker, he's sleeping on his stomach. And he's just like, doesn't know that something's about to happen to him. The aunt, the wife, she gets up, and he's like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm going to go make breakfast. He's like, okay. She said, I'll bring it to bed. So this motherfucker thinks he's got it made. Well, he falls back asleep on his stomach while she's downstairs in the kitchen making this enormous pot of oatmeal. You can't even make this up. Well, when you're cooking it, it's boiling, right? So I've never had oatmeal put on my body, but I've eaten it and it's hot. So she sneaks into the bedroom, and this motherfucker, he's ass naked, sleeping on his stomach. So his whole back is exposed. She douses this motherfucker with hot oatmeal on his back. Like the whole pot. It wasn't just like, It was like, yeah, motherfucker. So she literally dumped this whole pot of oatmeal on this dude's back. And he, of course, was screaming and fucking whatever. He never went to the hospital. He cleaned everything off himself. And he never reported her to the police because she's like, that's my revenge for you not only doing this broad, but finishing the fucking job. He was scarred for life from the back of his hairline all the way down to his buttocks, his ass. Completely scarred. Like he had major fucking burns that turned out to be scars afterwards. And they're still, well, at the time when Stacy told us the you know what had happened, he said, and they're still married. This dude was like terrified to leave her or you know whatever. I mean, can you imagine hot oatmeal on your fucking back? Absolutely not. So, anyways, man, this is gonna be fucking forever. My damn, I always wear a watch. Well, not always, because I don't have one on now, but my damn little, you know, those little spring clips or whatever on the watch band, it broke. So I'm like trying to look at the time. Anyways, that's about it for today's truths. Probably not as exciting as other stuff, but it was just funny when, you see or you hear things, see things, how it will bring back stuff that you've been through or whatever the case is. So, oh, my finger's getting way better too. Anyways, please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.